Hey cupcakes, welcome to or back to my channel. Alright y'all, so we are back with another video today. As you can see, well I don't know if you can see, let me see. I'm trying to like revamp my bookshelves. And I'm trying to get rid of some books, like I don't know what I'm doing. But what I do know is I have way too many books that need to be put away, and I've been waiting to show y'all a haul video of books that have been sent to me from publishers, books that I've bought, books that have been bought for me, whatever, books that have been bought from y'all. I've been waiting a long time, so let's go ahead and get into it. I'm not going to talk too much because we have over 50 books to talk about. So some of them I'll probably go into depth in. Some of them y'all have seen plenty before. But I don't want this video to be too long, so let's go ahead and get into this haul. Make sure you like, subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notifications for our next video. So let's go ahead and get started with the books that I purchased myself. Sorry y'all, I don't know what was on my camera, but clearly it looks better now. This book I got because everybody has been ranting and raving about it. I read 2.5 books from this author. I say 2.5 because I recently read her novella that she did with Jasmine Guillory, Christina Lauren, the little Improbable Meet Cutes. And I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed her rom-com. And I haven't read Dead Romantics yet. It is still sitting on my TBR. But every time I went to the store, this book called to me because it is such a pretty color. It just really gives me like summertime, like, I don't know how to describe it, just summertime, springtime vibes. And I keep hearing great things about it. So I did pick up the 7-Year Slip. And then I also picked up, which I shouldn't have to say too much about because y'all have seen this all over the place too, Kennedy Ryan's new book. Oh my gosh, I still haven't read Before I Let Go because, where's my cupcake at? It's on my TBR up there. But this cover is stunning and I know I'm gonna love it and I know it's gonna wreck me. That's why I haven't read it yet. But I went ahead and purchased this, and this cover, y'all, is amazing. So this is the sequel to Before I Let Go. She's a thick one, but I'm so excited to have both of those because I've heard nothing but great things. I'm raving about this one, and it's been out for a while, so I had to pick both of those up. 2 books from Stephanie Archer. This is from the Vancouver Storm series, and I've heard great things about this, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm in my hockey era, and I want to read more sports romances. Even though I have a plethora that I need to read, what is just some more? And these like covers, like I love cartoon covers, so when I saw these, like I was like, let me get these. So I have Behind the Net, which is really, really cute. So this is a NHL goalie, no dating rule, can't afford distractions, but of course this girl starts working for him and she becomes intrigued, so you know how that's gonna go. And then we have The Fake Out. I don't know which one comes first, but whatever. The Fake Out. This is the captain of the team. And then he fake dates a girl named Hazel, which is his ex's rival. So both of these are really, really cute. And I've heard really, really good things about them. So I just had to pick them up when I saw them. Because what is some more sports romances that, you know, I need in my life? Actually, this is another one. And I know you all have heard from this one. This is another sports romance. And this is a NFL tight end who happens to be an extremely hot college ex-boyfriend for this girl named Nora. And it's The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. And if you haven't read Sarah Adams, I've loved her book, The Cheat Sheet. And I have 2 of hers on my TBR that I haven't read yet. But she writes really clean romances if spice isn't for you. And hers always have the cutest cover. Very easy reads, like very good, like rom-com-y, nice author. So if you haven't checked out her books and you don't like too much spice, you don't like the icebreakers and such, make sure you check out hers because she has very good, clean like romances that are perfect for like spring and summer vibes. I do have a few like darkish romances or like thrillers. I don't really know what you call them. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but I enjoyed Haunting Adeline, and I haven't read Hunting Adeline yet, but when I heard that Where's Molly was coming out by H.D. Carlton, I just had to pick it up. And when I picked it up, I had to go a step further. I also purchased Satan's Affair, which apparently like comes before, like you're supposed to read it before Haunted Adeline, but I didn't know that. And then I got Shallow River. So basically I got all of H.D. Carlton's backlist. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm intrigued by that author. Don't you judge me. Don't judge me. I don't judge y'all's reading. Don't judge me. I don't know. I'm intrigued. Haunting Adeline intrigued me, and now I got to see what else is out there. I also have his other book, Does It Hurt? So is H.D. Carlton a boy or a girl? Either way, I have their whole backlist. So y'all are going to hear about that. So just prepare yourself. Purchased Don't You Dare by C. Ricky, I think. I believe that this is a male romance, I'm pretty sure, where they talk on like text messages and social media and such. I got it because I believe that it was going to be like mixed media. I don't know. I believe Larry Reeds was talking about this book, and that's what intrigued me to get it. Anything that she talks about, honey, it's like, it's an auto buy for me. If she likes it, I love it. And then I also got, y'all know I had to get my girl Freedy new book, okay? When I saw that it was about a teacher, and if you didn't know, I'm a teacher, I had to pick it up. And so far I'm getting like little mixed reviews, but either way, like I basically read anything that Frida writes, so I was so for it. This is about a girl named Eve, and it says she gets up every day, gets a kiss from her husband, and heads up to teach math at a local high school. I don't teach math, but I do work at a local high school. All is it should be, except last year the high school was rocked by a scandal with one student, Addie, at its center, and this year Eve is dismayed to find the girl in her class. Man, I don't want to read anymore because I heard this book is crazy and has a crazy ending, so I'm so looking forward to that. If you've read this or any of these books, make sure you leave your like opinions and your ratings and everything down below. I would love to know what y'all thought about some of these books, because I love to hear your opinions and what y'all enjoyed reading, or like maybe if you didn't like it. I don't care. I just love knowing y'all's thoughts about everything that you read. We have Elle Kennedy's new book, Girl Abroad, and this is about a 19-year-old girl named Abby who gets the opportunity to study abroad in London. And it's a perfect chance to finally slip out from under the thumb of her beloved but overbearing retired rock star father. And I got this book because I really like Elle Kennedy's writing. Not only that, but I really liked a bunch of books that I read last year about people traveling abroad. I don't have the funds or the time to be able to travel as much as I would like. So when I read a few books last year about people traveling and then finding love and all of those things, it just opened up a new world for me. So this plot really intrigued me, and I was really excited to see, you know, what Elle Kennedy can bring to the table when it came to this. So I'm really excited about this. I think Barnes & Noble's has like a pink cover, and you know I love that, but I don't really keep books after I read them. I like donate them or whatever, so it was fine. Just like this one. This one came out with a cute like red cover, I believe, but I got this white one. And this is the sequel to If He Had Been With Me. And I know people have mixed feelings about it, but I don't know. I want to see what it's all about. I haven't read If He Had Been With Me yet, but I am really intrigued by like YA because I work in a high school, so I'm always interested to be able to share my books with my students. If it's a little too much, I ain't gonna share it with them. But this book had me intrigued because everybody liked her first book so much. So we're gonna see what it has to offer, but I like this cover, but that other cover is popping. So let's move on to the next few books. Y'all, I'm not trying to make this video too long, so that's why I'm trying to speed through these books. So next up, I got these from Walmart, And if you haven't read Natasha Preston's books, make sure you check them out because she writes young adult thrillers and they don't feel like young adult. I read one from her last year and I have a few more like on my TBR that I was sent from Get Underlined. I was sent from Get Underlined and I really, really liked it. So I actually bought these because I like that one so much. And I think that my students would like them as well because they don't do too much. They're still very YA, but still give that creep factor, which is great for like spooky season, fall, and all of those things. So I bought The Island, which her covers always give you like really spooky, like pretty vibes. So this is a jagged island, a private amusement park for the very rich or the very influential. And a bunch of social media influencers with millions of followers have been invited for an exclusive weekend before the park opens. And they create posts. And why does it sound like Fire Festival? If you haven't checked out Fire Festival on Netflix, make sure you check it out. But this is what it's giving. When the teens arrive, they are stunned. The resort is even better than they imagined. Oh, then it is not Fire Festival. But the island is hauntingly beautiful. And their jam-packed schedule seems to cover every moment of their visit, but they soon realize there's something missing. Getting off the island alive. Wow. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm telling y'all, something about her books just make me just want to get up and read it right now because that plot like already has me like thinking. It's like a movie that like she just gives you these visions and it just makes it like so exciting to read. And this one is a little bit more sinister looking. Like that one doesn't look like that bad, but this one, oops, this one's called The Haunting. And it says, Penny knows she must forget about her ex, Nash, ever since his father was revealed as a brutal serial killer who traumatized their small town last Halloween. Penny's parents have forbidden her to have anything to do with Nash or his family. It's hard to not think of him, but she's trying. That stops when she goes shopping with her friends for a costume, and what she finds instead is ripped from a horror movie. Someone from school bleeding out the floor of a dressing room, stabbed. People are quick to blame Nash and his sister, so I guess she's gonna help like clear his name because there's a copycat killer. Oh, I don't know. Really excited to check these out because like I said, YA thrillers, like sometimes they're better than the adult thrillers, but we ain't gonna get into that. I'm just saying we ain't gonna get into it, but we can get into it. Excited about these two. I thought that I already had both of these books, but I didn't, or maybe I do. There's been times where I've had books and then I find them later or whatever. I don't know, but support your Black authors either way. I don't mind buying things twice from them. I've actually bought a few books accidentally twice, but we ain't gonna talk about that. So we have Tia Williams, and I have 2 books from her. 7 Days in June. We don't need to talk about it. Everybody has ranted and raved about this book, and I have not read it. I think just because I'm more skeptical to read books that I know are gonna make me sad. I'm not an emotional person, so I know that this book is probably gonna wreck me and make me sad. So I let y'all talk me into it, and we gonna read it, and we're gonna see how it goes. And then I also bought her new book, which is A Love Song for Ricky Wilde. This is another book that everybody's been ranting and raving about. Both of these are probably her most popular books. I have, I think, one other book from her. I have The Perfect Find, and she has 2 YA books, It Chicks and 16 Candles. I didn't know that. So, oh my gosh, she is gorgeous. Okay, Tia. What? Either way, I'm excited. Y'all know I love me some Black authors, and I can't wait to check out these books. This one has me a little nervous, but y'all keep saying it's really good, so I'm going to go ahead and check it out. Authors, I picked this author's books up. Well, I was going to pick them up off Amazon because I've heard so many great things about them. But then I saw that she got picked up from a publisher, so her books were starting to get published and sold at Barnes and Noble. So I saw these 2 books on Barnes and Noble's website, and I had to pick them up. I don't have a Barnes and Noble right now, so I'm going through it, but I picked them up online. And this one I've heard of online, but I think this one is the one that's being sold at Barnes. So this one I've only seen on Amazon, but Barnes and Noble had it on their website. So it's Brittany Cherry, and I've heard so many great things about her books, but I've never had an opportunity to pick them up. So when I saw them at Barnes and Noble, well, I didn't see them in Barnes and Noble, but when I saw them on the website, man, we just had to pick them up. And I love watching booktube videos, and that's why, because when they saw them in their stores, and like I said, I don't have a Barnes and Noble right now. I won't have one until the summer because they're moving. I'm able to see like what other Barnes offer and see if it's available on the website. So that is why you have so many like different ways to figure out what books are out there, because you would never know. But this book is about Emery, who has never felt more alone. Raising her daughter is both her pleasure and her pain as she struggles to hold on to her job as a bartender. I used to be a bartender, so I get it. And keep a roof over their heads. With no one to help them and no support system, an unexpected expense or late bill could turn their whole world upside down. Reeling from the death of his twin brother and bandmate, rock star Oliver Smith is trying to drink his problems away. Apparently, he isn't good at it, and they follow him wherever they go. Emery helps Oliver lose the crowd of paparazzi, and they find themselves alone. Two people whose paths are marked by law. Oh, okay, another sad book, man. Another sad book, y'all. What we do to support our Black authors, man. Y'all gonna have me going through it, recommending these sad books, but they say that that's one of her best books, so I had to get it. And this book, I believe, is part of a series, I think somebody said, and it's called The Air He Breathes. The cover is stunning, and I think it's about a girl who's warned to leave this boy alone. He has trouble, he has issues, all of these different things, and of course she can't leave him alone because we love the toxic men, honey. He instantly falls in love with everything that everybody cannot see about him. So, you know, he just has these different things about him, and people easily judge him because of his past, but of course she can't judge him, and she falls in love, I'm sure. And what's cool about this copy that I got from Barnes & Noble is that it does say that it's a signed edition, so that's pretty cool too. So if you get this edition from Barnes, it may be signed. So yeah, those are my two books from Brittany Cherry, and I'm so excited. Like, y'all know I'm trying to read more diversely and figure out new authors, and I'm so excited. And another new author, actually, that I want to check out, because this is my third book from her, but I haven't read any yet, but it's Minx by Sophie Lark. This book is about, I think, a girl who like is an escort or something, and she meets a billionaire, and I think she starts messing with him. The billionaire, like, he's like a get what he want type person. She catches his eye, becomes his like top priority. He's whining and dining her, honey. I don't know, but let me tell you something. They said that I think this might be a dark romance. But what is that picture? Okay, there's a picture in the front, honey, that I don't know about that. But oh, it says, this is for everyone who's been all the way to the bottom. Keep climbing, the sun is up there waiting for you. That is so sweet. Oh, Sophie, we gonna say I love a romance with a billionaire who's whining and dining a girl, and because she's an escort, you know, it gets hot and heavy, and it's probably got a lot of spice in it. I'm here for it. So I just picked that up the other day from a Barnes like an hour away from me, but I saw it and I was excited. Another book that I got while I was there, and I got the Sophie Lark book, was Flirty Little Secret. Honestly, I don't remember anything about this book or why I picked it up. I thought that the cover was like really cute, and it was giving like very springy, Eastery vibes. And it says, school counselor Lucy has a secret to her coworkers, friends, and even family. She's shy, sweet, and constantly struggling to hold off disaster. But online, she's bold, confident, and always knows what to say, which is how she became the wildly popular misguided counselor. And it's also why she keeps her identity anonymous. So, okay, so she's a little, like, she got a little following. So She can't be who she wants to be in real life because of her job, but she gets, you know, down and dirty when it comes to her online, you know, personality. The guy in her life discovers who she is online, and now he has a secret too, and she can't deny that there's something between them, but she's not sure that she can trust him. Well, honey, you have to figure out something, because if you don't want him to tell, what you gonna do? So that intrigued me a lot. I also picked up Happily Ever After by Lynn Painter. I love Lynn Painter, and I know this book has been controversial. People are like, I don't really like it, blah, blah, blah. Lynn Painter, to me, is always a palate cleanser reader. So I'm really excited to see what this is going to be about. I read her books no matter what. I don't even know anything about this. I think it's about people that go to ruin weddings or something as like for fun, and then they maybe fall in love. I don't know. I saw Lynn Painter and I hit pre-order. It's a no-brainer for me. Like, I just love her writing. It's very just easy to read, palate cleanser, very good after reading like a dark romance or a thriller. So I bought it. This book I bought because somebody actually bought me off my friends or off my wish list the sequel, but I didn't have the first one, so I went ahead and bought the first one. This book has been on my radar for such a long time. It's an oldie but goodie. I've heard nothing but great things. I've read Carrie Winfrey's one book years ago, and I actually met her. We did a Google Meet and everything, and she is so sweet, so nice. So I knew that I wanted to read this book because this is everybody's favorite, and it's just waiting for Tom Hanks. It's a rom-com. Girl apparently spends her days writing screenplays, rewatching Sleepless in Seattle, waiting for her perfect, you know, movie meet. I cannot talk. I have like 50 more books to go through, and I cannot talk. I am losing my mind. Annie apparently spends her days writing screenplays, watching Sleepless in Seattle, and waiting for her perfect meet cute. If she could just find her own Tom Hanks, you know, life would be great, and all these different things. So she's basing her true love off of what she sees in the movies. And then a movie starts filming in her neighborhood. She gets a job on set, and she meets the lead actor, who's a cocky prankster who couldn't be less like Tom Hanks. And you know it's going to be a little meet cute. So let me tell y'all something. This book is cute. It like giving me all the spring vibes. I'm here for it. I'm excited to read it and check it out. If you've checked out this book, because I know it's like an older one, let me know what you think about it. And the sequel, since I have the sequel, which you'll see later once I go through all of these books. Two that I purchased myself. I actually got from Book of the Month. This is not sponsored. I wish they would sponsor me. If you want to, go ahead. I pay for this subscription myself. But I got 2 books from the March box. Oh, I lied. This one's from January. So this is, I thought these were both together, but apparently not. First Lie Wins. This is a thriller. Everybody's been talking big things about it. I really didn't know too much about it. Book of the Month is a great subscription. Again, y'all ain't getting no free clout from me, but I'll say a few words of why I enjoy it. They put books in my face that I probably would never look at otherwise. So they do a good job at helping me diversify my reads, I will say. This book is a thriller, so I decided to get it from them. And then I got this book, Annie bought, which again, probably would have never picked it up. This one is a lot shorter though. It's like 200 something pages. This one I believe is like about an AI robot that is made to be somebody's like perfect girlfriend or something. I don't know. I don't know, y'all, but I had credits and I needed to use them. Book of the Month, I always go back and forth whether I'm going to keep it, because sometimes I don't see books on there that I'm interested in. But when I do, like this month, I bought like 4 books. So like, in the hardcovers, even though I'm a paperback girly, I love my paperbacks. They are superior. These hardcovers are very like inexpensive, so there's benefits to it. But yes, those are all the books that I purchased myself. And let's go into books that were purchased for me. I'm gonna go into books that were like purchased for me or sent from publishers. I'll kind of let you know as we go. I do have a birthday coming up. So my boyfriend actually purchased a bunch of books for me as like an early birthday gift. I just really wanted to get these books because I'd heard such great things about them. Again, Larry reads on YouTube. Anything she recommends, I'm like, let me just buy it. This book, y'all probably all have heard and read, is Culty by Mariana Zapata. Very, very slow burn author. I've yet to read any of her books, but I have 3 of them now. This book is highly, highly recommended by so many people. It is a sports romance, a soccer romance, and then I think it says, when the man you worshipped as a kid becomes your coach, it's supposed to be the greatest thing in the world. It doesn't take a week for the 27-year-old Sal to wonder what she'd seen in the international psycher icon. So she has, valued and loved this man. He becomes her coach. He probably running her to death, driving her crazy. And now she's like, what did I see in him? And then she gonna see what she sees in him. And they're gonna fall in love. But apparently Mariana is a very slow, burn. And that does make me a little bit nervous. But I want to give it a shot. I want to give it a try. So I bought, her 3 most popular books. Because I want to try her out and give her the best shot. It have 3 series that I'm going to show y'all, and I think they're all dark romance. Please make sure you check all the trigger warnings for these books specifically, and H.G. Carlson actually. But these books, I know you need to definitely check your trigger warnings, so don't say I didn't tell you so. All right, so I got these from C.R. James. I ordered these all from Amazon. So it's The Pucking Wrong Guy. I don't know if this order is correct. I'm pretty sure it's not. The Pucking Wrong Number, and then The Pucking Wrong Date. I'm pretty sure this is the 3rd one. This might be the 2nd one. That might be the 1st one. I don't know. But Larry Reads was talking about these. She said that she loved them. This is a dark hockey romance, I believe. And they might be male. I think at least one is. I don't know if they're all male. But she said that she really liked them. So, I had to pick them up. And then I have this whole series. I can't remember what this series is called. But these books are gorgeous. And that's kind of why I really, really wanted them. Because if you can see, I have most of my series right here that I need to read. So I was like, these will look amazing. These and the other ones would look amazing. But Larry Reads also said that she really liked these. Now, let me just say, whereas that's a dark hockey romance, this is a very dark hockey romance, and it's bully. So you definitely need to check your trigger warnings with these. I don't care how pretty they are. These are not for everybody. So I did buy all of them, understanding that. But we have Brutal Obsession. These by S. Massery. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. No, it is Brutal Obsession. And then we have Devious Obsession. And this, I think this order is correct. I think I put these in the correct order when I grabbed them. Secret Obsession. This one, they're all about hockey, but I don't know why that one has a mic on it. Twisted Obsession. And then the newest one, it might be the last one, is Fierce Obsession. So all of these, I think, follow different different relationships, but they are definitely you need to check your trigger warnings. I don't know if they have trigger warnings in the front. Well, the author says that this is her darkest book to date, so please be aware if you have any trigger warnings to dark romance or bully romance. The story checks a few. I'm not gonna read that list. If y'all want to know, y'all gotta look it up. But yeah, those are some dark warnings, so make sure you check those. But the covers and everything are stunning. And this is I got these from Amazon as well. And these are the discreet covers. I think the discreet special edition covers. So that's why I really, really wanted these, because I couldn't find them in many other places for such a good price. So I can't wait to put those on display, and I can't wait to read them because, like I said, she liked them, and I do enjoy the dark romance. I also got Rena Kent's whole series, again with the discreet, like, I don't think these are special edition. I think these are just the discreet covers. But again, I love that they were dark and colorful, so that's why I got them. Again, Larry Reed's love this, and it's a dark romance mafia series. Again, check the trigger warnings. It says in the author note, because I've checked to see if it had trigger warnings, it said, I write darker stories that might be upsetting or disturbing. My books and main characters are not for the faint of heart. And Killian is a true psychopath. It's not make-believe or a story of a bad boy who's eventually tamed. He's a villain with questionable actions, so if you can't handle morally black characters, please do not proceed. Man, I can handle it. He can't be any worse than Mr. Meadows. So we have God of Malice is the first one. These also are in order because I put them in order so I can put them on in order on my shelf. So God of Malice, God of Pain, God of Wrath, God of Ruin, and then the latest one that is out is God of Fury. And I think one more is supposed to be coming out maybe later this year, I believe. I don't know. I'm hoping that one's green. But either way, I am so excited. Like, at first I was going to only buy these first two. And then I was like, well, what if I get these covers and then I can't get the rest of them? Shout out to my man. Thank you to my man for buying me those books. So let's go ahead and move on to the next few. I was really excited about those ones to show y'all. Like, y'all don't understand. Luna's not on here, right? No. I cannot wait to display these books, and I can't wait to read them. I wanted to make sure that I showed y'all a cute little haul or whatever, because I know that y'all love book hauls, and I love watching book hauls. Or either sent from publishers or gifted to me if they have a little note in them from you all. I will read them. But let's go ahead and get through these. We're trying to rapid fire through these last few books. Nearing towards the end, we have about 30 more books to go through. Before I start, I just want to say thank you so much to anybody that sends me anything, publisher, follower, like viewer, whatever, friend, family. I'm so grateful to be able to read these books, share these books with you all. So grateful to have so many publishers to be able to make this possible, to be able to like share my love for books with all of you. It just like warms my heart every time I have like book mail. It just makes my day, and like I don't take it for granted. I'm so thankful, so grateful. I work off a teacher's salary, okay? I ain't got it like that. So much to everybody that sends me every single thing. You are the absolute best, and don't feel obligated to send me anything. Like, take care of yourself first. You deserve everything first. But let's go ahead and get into these last few books. All right, so this book is from Kristen. It says, I love this book and I hope you will as well. And it's My Best Friend's Exorcism. And what's crazy about this is I kept looking at this book, and I didn't know if I wanted to buy it or not. I went back and forth a million times. I've heard so many great things about it. And then I bought Grady Hendrix' other book, the one about the haunted house. I can't remember what it was called, but I recently bought that one. I've been trying to get more into like my thriller horror books, you know. I've been really enjoying them. So I wanted to check it out. So I'm so excited to get this book. I was talking to her about it. So I also got some novellas, 2 of them from Risley Adams. I don't know if they're like actual novellas or if they're just small. So I have Deeper, and then I have Go Deep. And these are 2 books that were sent for me off my wish list. This one is from Amanda. So thank you, Amanda. Oh, and thank you, Kristen, for sending me the other book. And then this book is from Tiana. It says, thank you for what you do coming from a mom of a special needs child. It's people like you who make our littles a little more important. That is so sweet. And I'm not going to cry. I've never read any of, thank you so much, Tiana. Like, that just cut me deep. These two are from Risley Adams, who is a Black author, and I saw a booktuber talking about them, and I couldn't get them out of my mind, so I put them on my wish list. So I'm so excited to check these two books out. Also got a very, very short novella. I didn't even know this one was this short. No Caps from Ashley. I'm not a Capitals fan, but I'm here for it. I understand that because I live near DC. So if I liked anybody, I don't think it'd be the Capitals when it comes to hockey. But, you know, it is what it is. Thank you, Ashley. This is The Gift from Frida McFadden. I don't even know why I added this onto my wish list. It is literally 50 pages. But like I said, if Frida McFadden wrote a grocery list, I would buy it, honey. So I'm looking forward to reading that. But this is like, I think this is a Christmas book. Yeah, it's a Christmas book. So it's going to go right over there with my Christmas books. This book is from Carried Away Gifts. Or sorry, Carried Away with Books and Bevs. And it says, enjoy your gift. And it is I think it's the third book from Pucking Around. I think this is like the second novella. There's like a whole series of them. So I think this is after Pucking Around. But this, I mean, it's so cute. And I want the whole series of this because I love like the pastel-y colors and stuff. And I really, really enjoyed the first novella. I haven't read, I'm not ready for that. I know it's going to be spicy and I ain't ready for it. But now that I have this, I feel a little bit more intrigued to see what Pucking Around is about. So thank you so much for getting me this because now you're intriguing me. And this next book is from Lauren. So thank you, Lauren. And this book is called Heart Trick. And I want to say that it's a sports romance. I think it's about this girl who she has like this petty neighbor. They be like going back and forth, and then he starts giving her crap because of her cheating boyfriend. He like finds out about her, and he's like a grumpy neighbor. So I think it's like enemies to lovers, grumpy to sunshine, like a relationship. And it, again, very, very short, very, very quick read. So I'm really excited. And I love this cover. Like, I love when it's like black, but a pop of color. So thanks so much. That is so cute, Lauren. The House Across the Lake, my coworker actually gave this to me. I've heard so many people say so many things about Riley Sager. And can you believe it? I might have listened to a Riley Sager book, but I don't know if I've ever read one. This one is the one that I hear about all the time and that everybody says that they really enjoy. So I'm really excited. Like I said, I'm trying to get my thriller horror era. So Riley Sager seems like, as you can see, I have another Riley Sager in the background. But Riley Sager, this is the one that everybody says like this is their go-to. It's from Erica. Thank you, Erica. And this one says Not Like the Movies. Again, this is, I think, the sequel to Waiting for Tom Hanks. So this is Not Like the Movies. So this one, I think, is about a different couple. It's about Chloe, who's an optimist, but not because her life is easy. She's the sole caregiver of her father, who has early onset Alzheimer's. She's responsible for everything. Unlike her best friend Annie, who literally wrote a rom-com that's about to... Okay, so Annie from this book, okay, is the best friend of the girl in this book. So I ain't gonna read no more because I ain't trying to spoil myself. But just now, they are standalones, but like interconnected. So good to know. And like I said, I've enjoyed a Carrie Winfrey book before. She gives me kind of Sarah Adams vibes. Very clean author, very sweet, like feel good romances if that's what you're looking for. Like, check her out if you haven't checked her out, because I really enjoyed the first book that I read from her, and I've always wanted to read more. Next book is from Tanya, and it was a random act of kindness, so thank you, Tanya. And this book is called Nightcrawler, or Night Crawling, and I don't know if this is YA, but it says Kira and her brother Marcus are scraping or scraping by on their own in East Oakland. Both have dropped out of high school while Marcus clings to his dream of rap stardom. Kira, or it might be Kiera, hunts for work to pay for their rent, which is more than doubled, and to keep the 9-year-old boy next door abandoned by his mother, safe and fed. That like tore me up a little bit. I can't even read. One night, what begins as a drunken misunderstanding turns into the job Kira never imagined wanting, but now desperately needs: night crawling. Her world breaks open even further when her name surfaces in an investigation when that exposes a massive scandal within the Oakland Police Department. Oh my gosh. I can't even handle that. I got all these books that are just going to make me sad, y'all. And to add to the list, this person sent me this book, and I know this book is sad. Nicole said, enjoy your book. It looks like a good one. Man, I've heard this book is so sad. I'm pretty sure. The Things We Leave Unfinished. This is by Rebecca Yarros, who also wrote Fourth Wing. Oh my gosh, my brain went mush. This is a thick book. It's over 400 pages, and from what I know, I did not enjoy Fourth Wing. I gave it 3 stars. I gave the sequel like 2 stars. For me, it was very repetitive. I can understand the hype of why people liked it. I enjoyed Rebecca's writing, and I was intrigued to see what her other books were about. So this is like the second or third one that I have from her, but I haven't read any just yet. So I'm a little intrigued to see the differences between her romantasy writing and her regular romance writing, if that makes sense. If you've read anything different from her other than Fourth Wing, let me know down in the comments below what you thought of her writing, because I'm really intrigued, because I think she's a good writer. I just don't think romantasy is actually for me. This book actually says 28-year-old Georgia has to start over after she gave up almost everything in a brutal divorce. The New York house, the friends, her pride, and now back home at her late grandmother's estate in Colorado, she finds herself face to face with Noah, the best-selling author of millions of books, where the cover is always people nearly kissing. So he's like the Nicholas Sparks of the town. He's just as arrogant in person as he is in interviews, but she'll be damned if the good-looking author of love stories thinks he's the one to finish her grandmother's final novel, even if the publisher swears he's the perfect fit. So it's giving like hate to love. It's giving like enemies to lovers. Like, I'm here for that. From Nikki. So thank you, Nikki. And she wrote, my daughter is in a special education classroom in 1st grade, and I so appreciate how much work goes into not only being just a teacher, but a special ed teacher. Enjoy. Thank you, Nikki. I think that's so sweet. And then I look at this book that you bought me, and honey, you knew exactly what I needed. Again, check your trigger warnings, but this book is stunning. I mean, it's beautiful. It has to be a discreet cover, because I don't think the regular cover looks like this. It is a dark stalker romance. And it's called Pretty Monster, and it's given Haunting Adeline, honey. Let's see what it says. It says, I'm addicted to my stalker. He watches me at night, sneaking in through my living room window, making my blood turn ice. I feel him all around me as chills snake down my spine. Each night he becomes bolder, getting closer and welcoming himself into my bedroom, feeding his addiction. When I feel the warmth of his skin brushing over mine, I pretend to sleep, terrified of what he plans to do with me. But when he touches me, my whole body comes alive. I've never seen his face and don't even know his name, but I want... Y'all know what it's giving. we're gonna see if it lives up to the hype as that one, but you know what it's given. Next books were all sent from publishers. Again, thank you so much for sending me these amazing books. This one is one that I'm definitely most excited for. This was sent from Get Underlined, so thank you, Get Underlined. I love working with y'all. Get Underlined has a lot of recommendations and sends out books for like YA or middle schoolers or whatever, and I love getting their books because it helps me read books that I could possibly let my librarians at my school know about so that we can get them for our own students. So they sent me actually the new Holly Jackson. I've had this for a little bit. Actually, no, maybe it just came. Either way, this book just released recently. And actually, if you have Book of the Month, you can actually get it through Book of the Month as well. But Holly Jackson is a great author. I really enjoyed A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I didn't finish the series just yet. I do still have it on my TBR. But this one I'm really, really excited to read, and I know everybody is really like intrigued to read it as well. Holly Jackson writes amazing books. They are YA, and they're very YA, like they're very, you know, good thrillers, no spice, but they don't really feel that YA. So I feel like anybody could enjoy them. If you're looking to get into thrillers and you don't want anything too crazy or too heavy or whatever, I feel like she's a really good author to like jump into. In terms of how she writes, and it's very easygoing, not too many thoughts, but still like good twists and turns. So thank you so much for getting me this Get Underlined. I'm so excited to check it out. I got this really, really cute book, and it's actually not, it doesn't feel that long. Yeah, it's like 200 something Wednesday book. So thank you, Wednesday, for sending me this book. It's beautiful, very, very springy vibes, and it's called Ellie Haycock is Totally Normal. And it's about Ellie, who has always separated her life into sections. Ellie at home and Ellie at the hospital. At home, Ellie is a proud member of her high school speech and debate team, along with her best friend and her boyfriend. At the hospital, Ellie has a team of doctors and a mom who won't stop posting the details of her illness online. And it's hard for her to choose it's not hard for Ellie to choose which of the two lives she prefers. But this latest hospital stay is different, and Ellie becomes close with a group of friends, including Ryan, a first-timer who's still optimistic about the doctors Ellie stopped trusting years ago. Despite their differences, she still can't seem to keep him... Oh my God. I can't handle these sad books, y'all. Just thinking about what this could go to just makes me sad. But thank you, Wednesday, for sending me that. These next 3 books, one of them is separate, are from Webtoons. So thank you, Webtoons Unscrolled, for sending me all of these books. These are actually like graphics, and I love reading these because they like go by so quick. So this one is called Third Shift Society. It's really giving me like spooky season a little bit. And it says, life's funny. 1 minute you're jobless, deep in debt, and then on the verge of eviction, and the next you're in a fight with a monster and getting a job working for the paranormal detective with the head of a jack-o'-lantern. It's an age-old story. Now the clumsy but determined Ellie, we have another Ellie, who just discovered she has a strong psychic powers and a pumpkin head boss, have to team up to fight things that go bump in the night. This seems so fun. If y'all would love, when we get closer to spooky season, for me to do a video giving like spooky recs, let me know, because I would love to share some with you. And then this is a series, and I think it's male graphics. This one is, this series, y'all, this series is so cute. Like, oh my gosh, like I love the pastel colors. Like, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with the colors. But it's Boyfriends 1 and 2. And it says boy meets boy meets boy meets boy. Boyfriends is a polyamorous story of a jock, a nerd, a prep, a goth, who are learning to love one another and make a 4-person relationship work in their own sweet way. Okay, this just sounds like plain fun. So I probably need to read these after I'm done reading the sad books. Thank you so much, Webtoons, for sending me all of these books. Next books are from, I think, Love's Book Club or Page and Vines books. So thank you all for sending me these. And it actually is a series, Chaos, that came out last December. So that's the only one I'm missing. So I'll have to buy that one. But it's The Tarnished Empire by Cheyenne Rose. And they're so bright. These covers are so cute. I don't want to spoil anything, but I will say it might be a little spicy because this one says, "It is so bad that I tricked my older brother's best friend into taking my virginity." Maybe. Okay. In my defense, it was him who was my crush, my first love, and the one that ended up pushing away. So these are romances. They might be a little dark. I don't know. But I definitely need to get the first one so I can have the completed series. So thank you all so much for sending me this book. So Booksparks, I think, actually sent me both of these. I know for a fact they sent me this one. So No One Can Know by Kate Alice Marshall. I actually read What Lies in the Woods last year, last October. Wasn't really a fan. But I'm all for giving authors second chances. 3 Sisters, 2 Murders, and Too Many Secrets to Count. So we're going to see if Kate Alice can win me over this time. Because last time, she ain't do it for me. Thank you, Booksparks. I love working with y'all. Granite Harbor. And I think this is a thriller too. It says a small town in coastal Maine is shaken to the core by a serial killer in this crime. Life has continued on, quiet and serene for decades. That is until a local teenager is found brutally murdered in the town. Alex is adjusting to life as a single father with a failed career as a novelist. And he is the town's sole detective. And this is his first murder case. And as both a parent and a detective, Alex knows the people of Granite Harbor are looking at him to catch the killer and temper the fear that has descended over the town. Okay, it's given Lifetime movie. Y'all know I love a good serial killer book. So thank y'all so much for sending me that. And then we have this book, which I think is the first book in the Madison Kate series. I keep hearing so much about this. Let me tell y'all. Oh, and they gave me a little spicy picture that I cannot show y'all. Oh, and a Why Choose sticker. So you already know what kind of romance this is. This was actually sent to me from Bloom. So thank you so much, Bloom. I think they actually just redid all of the covers because I've been seeing them around. I don't have any of the other ones, but you have Liar, Fake, and Kate. And everybody keeps talking about this book. And I'm intrigued. And from this picture that I can't show y'all, you know, Kate has some good options, so I want to see what she got going on. I'm excited to check this out. I think this might be dark romance. Check your trigger warnings just in case. It says, Madison Kate was murdered tonight. Those words changed my life, but not for the better. They were wrong, of course. I wasn't dead, but I was set up. After being framed for a deadly riot, charged with a string of offenses, and made into an example by my politically minded father, I'm eventually released back into Shadow Grove. I could keep my head down, but I only have one thing on my mind: hate. The boys who frame me are going to pay for derailing my carefully laid out future. Okay. Madison out for blood, honey. She just woke up from her nap, which means I'm taking too long. Okay, hi, Arnold. They sent me When Grumpy Meets Sunshine, which is right up my alley, and I'm so excited to read it. So it says, when grumpy ex-footballer Alfie Harding gets badgered into selling his memoir, he knows he's never going to be able to write it, and he hates revealing a single thing about himself. He is also allergic to most emotions and can't imagine doing a good job of putting pen to paper. So in walks curvy, cheery, and cute as heck ghostwriter Mabel. So obviously he's the grumpy, like, footballer who wants to tell the memoir but not really, and she's gonna basically sweetly get it out of him. So I'm so excited to read this. I actually want to put this on my, there's a bunch of these books I want to like put on my TBR, but there's so many other books that I need to read too. So I'm just overwhelmed by the amount of books that I really want to read. That is every book that I have gotten between my last book haul and now. And I'm so tired. But thank you all so much for watching. We are so excited to continue our reading journey this year. As Luna sniffs the camera. She's trying to tell me to get off here. But this was a long video, so thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. We are almost to 600 subscribers, so we're so excited. And thank you all so much for watching. Say bye, Pony. Bye. Cause you ain't never talking loud and you know plenty. You know what I'm talking about, cause you just